Tapeoids? 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 What's happening? I'm just hanging out watching Weird Science. Having a couple beers. Then doggy. Let's go home, man. Can you hear me good? Is my mic working? I'm gonna go dollar store glasses. Check that out. You can see it behind me. You can read the subtitles backwards, maybe. I don't know. I'm watching it over there. What's going on then, dog? Fucking baby's dying. I should have charged that shit before I got here, right? It's working? Good. Oh, you're on vacation this week. Nice. Do I got the right mic? Mic in? 1 minute. There, that's better, I think. My mic was not plugged in. I knew something was wrong. How about now? Sound good now? What's going on, Big Tony? Nice. Okay, good. Having a couple Modelos and I forgot to plug in my mic, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Big Larry, what's happening? "2018 in your memoirs, eh, Big Tony? Keep plugging away, buddy. It's a little blurry, but you can still see it. Hopefully, I don't get flagged and some shit. Copyright shut down. YouTube police come looking for me. I said, fuck the police. I had a double cheeseburger and French fries and water. But I just want to tell you this, Big Tony. If you're going to have a double cheeseburger and French fries, you may as well have a Coke with that, because that's like going to McDonald's and ordering a Big Mac and like 6 nuggets and a Diet Coke. You know what I'm saying? Unless you like water, which is then a different story. Ain't good enough. That's it. That's the thing, is I don't want it too perfect, because if it's too perfect, then I'm getting shit. So if it's a little fucked up, this mic is temperamental too. I need a new one. Then, dog, this is the same mic I bought like when we were doing the beef farm. So the power cord is a little. Russer is here. What's going on, Big Russ? I'm watching Weird Science. As you can tell, looks pretty good though, eh? That's the 43-inch projection Toshiba TV I got for $35. I jacked her up 2 feet with some VHS storage drawers underneath it to hold her up. Well, not just that. A little TV stand. Yeah, the snowball. Gareth has the same snowball, but a white one. Looks pretty wicked, though. I mean, I can look that way and watch the video store TV that's up there. And then you guys can just peep that shit behind me. See how clever I am? God damn, I'm a genius. Not that much of a genius because I still haven't figured out the chair situation, but I'll do that. Just like Frankenstein, except cuter. How many people agree that this is the best movie ever? We'll see whether I'm crazy or not. A yellow snowball or a brown one. Yeah, that'd be funny. Or an eyeball. Make it look like an eyeball or. Drinking ginger ale now, huh? Yeah, I love this movie, man. For myself, it's like in my top 5 favorite movies ever. This, Better Off Dead. She girl has no morals. She's in Canada. All right, here we go. Oh, not that big. Mm. What do you think about that? Anything bigger than a handful? I don't know exactly agree to that. Couple handfuls. I'll take a couple handfuls on that one. Should we give her a brain? I better check it. Does it tell you anymore if there's anybody that shows up in the basement? Because I set out some links. Yeah, thick and curvy, dude. I don't mind thick and curvies. I like the curves. The more curves, the better. But I mean, obviously, there's a line. But that being said, a handful or just a couple handfuls is not. I don't discriminate. Greetings and salutations. It's the man, Professor Macabro. Professor, we are watching a movie I would assume that you enjoy, but I also assume that you would have done things a little different. I like more than a handful on the booty too. But she doesn't exactly have, they didn't even call it a booty back then. She has a lovely buttocks, but it's not, she don't have that much junk in the trunk. She needs a little bit more. Not a lot more, just a bit more. Upstairs you can put as much as I don't, whatever. Downstairs, I like them a certain, doesn't have to. I mean, like I said, there's a large room on the scale. The scale goes from 0 to 100, eh? So let's. Yes, sir. Chet. No, Chet. Yeah, it is Chet. I always mix it up because it's John Candy's name too in The Great Outdoors, Chet Ripley. And I have a hard time confusing, like, because he's such an asshole. He plays such a good asshole in this movie. John Candy couldn't be an asshole if he tried. I agree, Professor. Both those things are nice with a little extra meat on it. Big dumper. Well, like I said, if I had to choose one, one or the other, and there was a thin lady and a curvy lady, I'm taking the curvy lady all day long. So this scene right here is you probably wouldn't see uh, on a streaming site, and if you did, they'd probably put a crazy disclaimer at the beginning, talking about how the views in this movie are outdated and do not reflect the blah 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 blah. Did you finish Raw? I didn't watch Raw yet. Uh, because he's like, holy moly, 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 he's singing some kind of like, uh, I don't even know what to say, call it, but another language song. And then they cut that out of The Golden Child. You remember The Golden Child when he was on the airplane singing out with the headphones on? They cut that right out. If you watch it on, I think it's Prime. Hubba hubba. Because they're in Europe, Professor. They were in Germany, and I think they were in London. I don't know where they are tonight. But Lendog reminded me the other week, and then I forgot the second week again, and then I remembered today, but I only remembered when it was like 7 o'clock. So yeah, they cut out the part where he's holding the headphones on. He's singing the like the tribal music or whatever you want to call it. You don't see that part on streaming. And if I'm not mistaken, there's another part too. I think it's got something to do with Walter Chang or whatever his name is, the father when he gets to Tibet. Might be the snot part where he wipes it on his jacket. I can't remember. There you go. Yeah, it'll be in Montreal on Friday and Saturday. Too bad we couldn't make it, Landog. Eh? Wouldn't that be wicked? Well, they're in Ireland today. Oh shit. Oh, excuse me. They were in Ireland, huh? Yeah, Blendog, man. Too bad I couldn't. Well, no, it's this Monday, this Friday and Saturday. Well, I can try to hit the lotto tomorrow. I mean, not that we need to hit the lotto. It's doable, but I mean, I'd rather hit the lotto and buy like front row seats and get a hotel and get whacked and do all the naughty things. Yeah. What would you little maniacs like to do first? Shower's a good idea. I mean, it wouldn't have been my first idea, but I mean, if I hang out with if my buddy said let's do the shower, I'll say okay. Well, I mean, first of all, I don't want to get into that, but shower is shower is not bad. Not in your jeans though. You want to head to Saturday night's main event? I would if I was there. It's too much for me to go all the way there and have to stay there and check it out and all that. Yes, Tony, you go to those thrift stores this weekend and you report back to me what the hell you see there, okay? Tell me about it. All right, I got to get a beer. You guys enjoy. I'll be back in a second. Don't touch my shit. How long's my mic been paused? The whole time? Yeah, I know, Professor. That's you. Switch all my shit around. I come back and think I'm crazy. What happened? She likes Lisa. This is one of my favorite parts coming up here. One of the best scenes in the movie, even though all the movies are a good scene. But let me put this fucking thing. Yeah, it is. Mike is this stupid ass Mike. I don't even remember what I said though. Ticket prices we're talking. I don't know what I said. I can't remember. Lisa, I don't think we belong here. Don't be silly. It's a public place. You're 21. You're 21. She's into Malakas, Gino. We don't mingle, okay? She's going to invite them all back to the house. Now they'll go mingle. We'll mingle. I know this movie by heart, man. So, well, goddamn. Who backs up into a urinal and doesn't look who's in it? I mean, there's an answer for that. He's asking if they get along with their parents. Drink it. What is it? Wild turkey? I like Lisa. I would have made her more boobalicious. Yeah. The TV show, I did see the TV. I used to watch the TV show a little bit back. I hardly remember it, but yes, I used to also watch the Ferris Bueller show. There was another show too. I can't remember. It came off of a spinoff of a movie that I used to check out that didn't last long. She's into Malagas. You can say that again. That looks like a good bar. I'd go to that bar. Hey, Grog, what's going on, buddy? I always laugh at that part. He's like, go to smoke and he stops. Let me tell you my story, man. I had it crazy for this little 8th grade bitch. Crazy? Insane? Crazy? I was nuts for the woman. I'm speaking to you. And what did it to me was she would not have to worry about no titties for the rest of her life. She was looking good, son. Drinking from the skull, eh? Cool, cool. Okay, I can't remember the Lisa on TV. I have to check that out. But both are good, eh? Okay, cool, cool. Man, we know there's a telephone, boy. What's it talk about a telephone? He hung up on the bitch. Kelly LeBrock was fire. Yes, very hot. She kneed him in the nuts and called him up in front of his friends. She broke his heart in two. Broke more than his heart. No JD though, eh? Okay. I'm gonna have to look her up, man. I don't remember Vanessa Angel. Eh? There it goes. I love Ice Pirates, man. I got the as an original advert from '85 catalog magazine. You know, for that tape. I love that movie. That's another movie I've seen back to back. Like I've watched it like numerous times in a week. It's one of those ones you throw on when you're doing shit, you know. And a friend of mine used to recite lines from this movie like crazy back and forth, man. When we were younger, as the dude I named my brother after. Spies Like Us. That's another movie I haven't seen in forever. I have to remember. Yeah, man. Ice Pirates is a fun movie. Ron Ron Perlman. I mean, that's like obviously the first time I saw Ron Perlman. I think before Beauty and the Beast, but I didn't even know who Ron Perlman was at that time when I saw it. So, but he looks small. You watch that movie, you see how small, how not tall he is. He's not small. He's just not very tall as you'd think he'd be. Fire Pirates. Yeah, the dude from Hollywood. I don't remember his name, but he played just a head. He was just a head with a robot body. They had a like the blonde like Lord Farquaad fucking hair and thick glasses there. Yeah, yeah, yes. I saw him. I talked to him for I talked to him. We exchanged a couple of words in a conversation at a Frightmare in Niagara Falls, and I was in line to meet Corey Feldman and Bam Margera and Ron Perlman and who else was it? I can't remember. They were just walking in and like standing right beside me where I was in line. Happened to be right there by the entrance, and they were talking, and I was interjecting myself into the conversation and laughing and stuff. And he was a lot shorter than I was, and quite hunched, but a nice guy though, because he was talking to people, stopping and hugging people, and like and talking, and everybody else was behind tables getting paid. So he looked pretty cool. And so was Bam. Bam was walking around having a good time with his chick, pulling his chick with him and all his jewelry on and shit. Watch it, Nandog. Yeah, well, Professor? What happened? Did you not hook up the doll properly? Did you not wear a bra on your head? Did you not recite the chants? Because there's a lot of room. There's a lot of room for error when it comes to this. Yeah, he seems like a good dude, man. I listened. I have him on Instagram and shit. I stop and check him out every time I see him. I like Ron Perlman. John Lovitz, eh? I love John Lovitz, but I can see it. You know, you never know when you meet somebody. You know, like they. I love Chevy Chase too, but you can tell that guy's an asshole. He may not have put the Thriller record on his head. There he is, Bill Paxton. He's such an, and he's so gross in this movie too, man. Like his even his teeth, like I don't know, his teeth are okay, but they just look like. And that haircut, man, that is like the '80s, what they call a flat top, or in French they call it a plateau in Montreal. You know, where the dudes get his super square and flat. You know, but his is like this long on top, like almost to the scalp, but the sides are super long because they didn't think about cutting it in a fade. They didn't think about fading it and making it shorter than the top. So they said, "Well, how are we gonna how to make this look cool?" So they just let left the sides long, and they slicked it back so it's super tight to the head. So now it looks like it matches because it's short and it's tight. But if you look, all the side goes combed all the way back into the back in like a dovetail. So when his hair is like dry and normal, all this part would be like shaved to the almost close to the scalp, and then all the rest is all long. I know I'm getting too much into the hairstyle, but that always made me laugh. He looked bored out of his mind, eh? You said the chance. Well, there you go. Necro yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, aliens, true lies, yeah. Smart ass. Even in Predator 2. In Predator 2, he's like a bit of a smart ass, a little bit of a jerk. Good, keep it that way. Long. Don't get a flat top like that. Even John Matrix, Arnie in Commando has the same thing, but just a little bit. His is a little bit more manicured. It's a little shorter on the sides, but if you look, spiky on top, and then the sides are like longer, and they comb it back. And his is kind of like almost a little bit of a, I don't want to say mullet because it's not long, but they bring it a little longer than it's supposed to in the back. 80s hair, man, drives me. I love the 80s. 80s is my favorite decade. The hair blows my mind. Stupid dorky kid, yeah. Wyatt. Yeah, but Wyatt, shut up. And he gets most of the action. Like Gary don't get shit. You don't see Gary making out with her. And when he does kiss her at the mall, it's like blah, blah, blah. What was the name of that supermodel from the 90s? Claudia Schiffer? Kathy Ireland? Was she blonde, brunette? I don't know. I don't know models or their names. Well, I know models, but I don't know their names. Did I get up in the middle of the night and yak and you're saying, no, that didn't happen, right? That didn't, okay, so. Blonde, you think, eh? Christy Brinkley? The one I was in with Chevy Chase? In National Lampoons? That's Christy Brinkley, isn't it? I think so. 7-Up commercials, I think. Heidi Klum? There was a lot of models in the 90s, and I know. I'm watching Gareth. Gareth got me watching all kinds of 90s super Sports Illustrated swimsuit things, and so yeah. Yeah, Bring Losing Vacation. No, not her, huh? Professor, give us a rundown of all the 90s models. I know you have them memorized. Scanning memory. Capo! What's going on, Capo? Cindy Crawford. I think I said that, right? I said at the beginning. With the mole lady. A little mole there, and brunette. But she's brunette, though. She's not blonde. What's going on, Cap? I was watching some weird science having a Modelo adult beverage inspired by Echo Zero. Did I say Claudia Shepard? No, okay. Yeah, I probably did, eh? Well, I meant. See, I don't even remember her name now. Cindy Crawford, yeah. That's what I meant to say. The brunette with the mole. I'm not known for names. I don't know names, you know. Actresses you can talk about, not model. Okay. Yeah, I like regular looking chicks because when they get too hot, they kind of they kind of, I don't want to say they look fake. It's just that they don't. I don't know. Just don't look real. Like real looking ladies. I don't know, some kind of mirror setup. No, that's my TV behind me. I'm watching it over there. I can mirror the camera. Or maybe I did mirror the camera. I don't know even how to. Do you see that? Can you read it straight or is it backwards to you? I don't know. I don't know straight and backwards. So I can't stand those tee hee hee. I'm a nerd girl. No, you're not. You're a whore. Oh man, it's funny. Hopefully, YouTube doesn't care that the TV's playing behind me because I'm not showing any movies, and just the TV just happens to be on behind me. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Yeah, like listen, there's a very small amount of plastic surgery that I don't mind, and a lot of it is because of like I understand, when a woman feels self conscious for whatever reason, and I understand if people want to fix a little something here and there, but if you go too crazy, there's no. I don't like fake shit. I don't even like wigs. I don't even like. I don't mind dye. I don't mind if a woman dyes her hair, but I like natural shit. Like no, I don't know. We're gonna find out if it's some way to be able to show the film or not. It's just my TV. I got it my screen there. I have it. That's where it is. I had it lower. I had it on the ground, and I was like, you know what? I should just raise this up, and so that way I can stand up and watch it, and not have to sit down. Number one, when I'm behind the counter, and I have another TV at the other end of at the video store, a little small 13-inch up in the corner there. So that's what I can see from here. I don't have to look behind me, but I can see it there too. Boy, that's the truth. Yeah, I only speak the truth, Cap. You know me. I spit real talk, baby. She talks crazy talk, mumbo jumbo. There's a thing. Oh God damn it, Larry. Yes, there is a thing of having too much plastic, and you turn into something else. Oh, your feet got cut when you. Yeah, that's the thing is you can't just show the movie. Like I know I have friends and other there's other streamers out there who are working with different ways of showing the TV in the background and on a second screen and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see how she goes. We'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. That's what happened with me. On a Halloween special got cut. I didn't know at first. I love colored hair, Professor. I don't care what color hair. It's just that it's a little bit. I don't want to say hypocritical, but it is a little bit. If you're like a guy who's trying to say I like everything natural, but you can dye your hair purple, it's a little, you don't want to be like that. But I mean, whatever. I don't mind colored hair. I enjoy colored hair. Every girlfriend I had in my life was blonde for some reason. I didn't do that on purpose. It just worked out that way. But or maybe I did it on purpose, subconsciously. But I didn't say to myself, not date this woman because she's not blonde. So oh no, that's my projection TV that I picked up for $35. The carpet, it doesn't usually match the drapes, and I'm okay with that because the carpet should be non-existent, in my opinion, or a little bit existent. And if you do have a carpet, it should be well manicured, taken care of, and very creative. These guys, look at Robert Downey Jr. I love that dude, but The 80s, you can't escape the 80s sometimes. And like I said, my favorite decade, I love so many things from it, but there's some things I don't like. And his hair, a lot of it is hair styles. And these dudes are trying to be cool as hell. And as Robert Downey Jr., I mean, you can't get cooler than that. And he looks like a. Look at his hair. Oh, and that white shirt. That's it. Polished floorboards. Yeah, that's, I prefer. I don't want to say I need it. I prefer it that way. I think I went through male menopause. Oh boy. I hope that doesn't happen to me. I think even though yeah, the setup was good. Thank you, Cap. I had, like I said before, I don't know if you heard me, but I had it on the floor, so I raised it up 2 feet. I put it on a TV stand so that I can, because I got so many VHS tape storage drawers holders that I don't even have room to store them anymore. So I had like 6 of them piled on top of each other in that spot. So I had to relocate them to put the TV there when I had a TV on the floor. So now I lift the TV up, I'll put a TV stand underneath. I'm able to put 2 drawers in there. So now I got 4 that are displaced. Just for so you get a little bit of the update. What's up, Stacy? What's happening? Favorite scene? I, I, I was just talking about one of my favorite scenes that just passed, the bar scene. It was an awesome scene, of course, but this movie is filled with my favorite scenes. So, yeah, me too, man. I love being a kid. The 80s. If they can plug me into the Matrix, I remember the day I saw that part in the Matrix when they're going to stick him back in the Matrix and he wants to eat a steak and all that shit. And I said to myself, if that was, or if I could do that, plug me into 1985. I was 10 years old, man. I know that's young, but if you're if you're just you're going to be plugged into the system, put me back at 10 years old in 85 and let me enjoy all that shit that I remember, and I can stay there for the rest of my life. I had enough being an adult. Hey, there's the man. I did. Someone said "cool as hell," and you appeared. I don't know if it was me, but whoever said it, that's awesome. All kinds of. I'm missing all kinds of comments now. Mm. Uh, hello, hello, hello. Linda Hamilton. I mean, I wouldn't mind meeting Linda Hamilton. But I don't like Linda Hamilton, man. God damn it. She bugs me. I don't know. I always make fun of her every chance I get. I was born in 75. I'm on the fives. You know what I'm saying? I was 10 in 85. I was 20 in 95. I was 30 in 2005. I was 25 in the next 10 years after that. And I started going backwards. Yeah, man. What's his name? What's that actor? Isn't he from the dude that was from like Mad Max or whatever? Vernon Wells. That's it. Yeah. How is it that two losers like you are having a party? Fever of 101, eh? God damn. Yeah, Cap Wells and Barry. I like the after of like the when they flex on them and all that, and they get him to piss their pants, and then he's like, I can keep this between us. I like to wouldn't want to lose my teaching job. There we go. Yeah, I did this year, buddy. I did this year. I don't tell anybody though. It's not like it's a secret. I just don't tell anybody. Tripping your face off. A matrix. I would like to send my consciousness to my younger body, but keep my memories and knowledge. That way, I would avoid a bunch of heartbreaking ladies. I buy a bunch of shit that I would. Well, yeah, because I'm assuming. Well, I guess I'm just assuming that you have your normal memory when they plug you in there. So I guess I'm like my age inside a 10-year-old me. I guess that would be weird. I didn't think about it that deeply. Hmm. Because if they erase your memory and just put me back as I was 10 years old and start all over without like, now you got me thinking about that now. Because that'd be crazy, man. You imagine being 10 years old with a memory of like a 50-year-old dude. Holy shit. That'd be crazy, man. I'm thinking about it now. Running hustles and shit like that, selling. That'd be funny. That's right. Buy two, open one of everything. Not only that, I mean, it's like nonstop. If you got your memory, it's like the almanac. It's the almanac all over, man. It's a sports almanac all over. Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. I don't think I saw that one. Uh, with titles like that, I usually have to be referred to. Yeah, for sure, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, my father's company. My father worked for the same company his whole life since he was 16 till he retired, and that company has stocks in like so many things like Apple and anyways they have like the company has like the retirement fund has like billions of dollars in it. So yeah, that's what I would do, man. Well, I mean, like, that's what everybody would do, but I guess you can't do that, eh? Hmm. I'm going to get a beer. Don't touch my shit again. If you touch it, put it back. Touch my shit. Who's touching my stuff while I was gone? Hey, born to be rad. Nice to see you, buddy. Love some weird science. I know you do. Say no to a roll? I'd never say no to a roll. Depends on what you're rolling. Now they're in the bathroom shitting themselves at their own party. Light a match. Maybe. It's not that bad. We can hear the music. He says we can put our nose to the door. Maybe we can smell the food. Yeah, time travel will be pretty. I mean, was tempted to order the schematics off the internet once, but I mean, obviously we know how that would turn out. Like this, yeah, Scotch would be fine. I'll just give us the whole bottle. Why don't you just bend over and I'll shove it straight up your ass? On the rocks is fine. Yeah, that's what I thought. Poor Robert Downey Jr. He took this. Oh my god. And she's like totally leading them on. Like, obviously she's trying to set them up for, confrontation, but make them grow some skin, like some thick skin. But instead, Vernon Wells and Berryman show up and drive motorbikes all over this beautiful house. The time traveling toaster, that was a cool episode. I wouldn't mind time traveling, but I'm only going backwards. I don't want to. I wouldn't. I don't think I want to go forward. I don't mind going backwards a little bit, fucking with people or something, or doing something. Get myself a cheap pair of fucking Jordans or whatever. Mm-hmm. Oh, Professor, you messing me up with that. Like you're totally killing my buzz. Like, why you gotta shit on? We're already talking about something we can't do. You know what I mean? We're having a good time with that. I need to puff my vape now, Professor. Oh, it's just us dudes in here. Gary's just taking a shit. What would I build my time machine out of? An empty hot water tank. That's just off the top of my head. I mean, I got ideas, but I guess it depends on what it takes to build it. Hmm. Okay, well, I mean, we were planning on not doing it, anyway, so we didn't need to like break it down that much. But thanks for the info, Dream Crusher. Have you checked your Instagram recently? Neither did we. I didn't know we had so many friends either. All right, you saw the link. I'm just asking. Just asking if you saw the link. So what do you guys think? What do you guys what do you guys prefer to puntaken or mukintukin? Like I said, all my girlfriends my whole life were blonde, so I guess I would have liked the blonde, but I don't know, and I did really like this. See, I guess it's inside. Well, you do. You go with two toads. Yeah, music producer and write music and like. I don't think it's a good idea to go back in time and do everything. Like, pick one thing that will make you a billionaire. Stick with that. You know what I mean? I would go back to the 80s and give them good hairstyles. You know what I mean? Because that's the only thing that's really lacking. Unless you had just long hair. The 80s, I love the 80s, but the hair is like, oh my God. In the 80s, I had spiked hair. If I had the picture, if I had the picture, yeah. Oh God, I don't know if I would show that picture, but anyway. In the 80s, I got a picture of myself in a Sears, a white Sears Miami Vice suit, with a white shirt. I had a pink tie and white leather boat shoes, no socks, and spiked hair. And I went to my some school function or some kind of fucking thing like that. And my mother got me taking pictures standing against the against the fucking shelves in the living room with my Don Johnson suit on, my Corey Hart hair shit and everything. I think I look badass, but it's kind of funny. And a Mojo Priest. And there you go, back to the 80s just to see Iron Maiden, eh? Well, now you're talking a whole other ball game. I can go back in time to see all kinds of shit. That music wise. See, Jay's got it done. Go back in time with winning lotto numbers, then go back again and invest those winnings in Apple, and then take that money and retire a tropical parrot. There you go. I do not hate hairstyles that bad because I do enjoy like the 80s rocker hair on a chick, with all this hair sprayed big. When they got big ass hair like that and a nice tight ass, like leather tights and shit, that's I can so I don't entirely hate it. It's not con to me. It's close, but it's not fully con. Oh. She didn't say it was cool. She said she does whatever they tell her to do. Okay. I wouldn't do it. These guys were dicks. I wouldn't help them out. I would have told them to beat it. I would have told them. I would have threw these dudes out of my party if it was me. I would have told them, said, "Listen, Deb and Hilly staying here. You getting the fuck out." Yeah. Well, they get used up because they were good looking. Father doesn't remember him anymore. It's scary. I don't want you to shut up. Yeah, metal chicks are they the same? Black metal chicks are they the same as like goth chicks? Because we know there's a certain somebody in the chat who quite enjoys the company of a goth chick. Good day, Bruce. How was it that two dickheads like you was having a party? I can't remember what he says. They say dickheads? We'll find out. Oh shit, the sky's red. That's what happened the day I was born. That's what my mother told me anyway. It's called Metalhead. It's Icelandic. Mm-hmm. No, not the same, eh? Okay. Oh. Well, I like all that. Band tees and jeans. I'm down. I mean, it's chicks. Dudes like chicks, I guess, goth ones, grunge ones, tap dancing ones, pizza serving ones. Goth chicks show more skin, huh? I did not know this. Good to know. Yeah, I know, Russer. I know you're a 69-year-old metalhead. Ooh, Hobbs, what's going on, Hobby? Whose picture? Look whose picture up. I missed who? I don't know. Or a picture, or just, or is there you talking about a certain lady of Icelandic black metalness? What's going on, Hobbs? Man, we just watching Weird Science. We do got bras on their heads. Hmm. Oh, okay, okay. Metalhead 2013, eh? You forgot to hook up the doll. Rookie mistake. Had to show off. Had to be big shots. Mm-hmm. People like you for what you are, not for what you can give them. Okay. For your race, in your race of power, for power and glory, you forgot one thing. Check out this inflatable lightsaber I got. Don't I listen? Don't I look like something else? Weird side. Wow, wow. Goddamn, Mike. The missile was rising. The missile was going up. I have a feeling we're not going to approve, Henry. That puppy's for real, all right. Yeah, yeah. You got a fucking missile on your house, White. I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do, buddy. Look at that shit, egg rolls. He should know better to go into a party and start hitting people with his Rex Harrison hat. This is my daughter's home. Love Metalhead film, eh? Do you Russer? So you saw that film Russer from 2013, Metalhead? Is that what it was? Metalhead? Yeah, Metalhead 2013. I'm gonna check it out, Grog. They fudge it up, Professor. They're in the shower with her with their jeans on. So they set the tone for that, my friend. Like that's all they do is fudge it up the whole rest of the time until they got to fight or stand up to the naughty boys. Wyatt, your kitchen is blue. She dreams of Weenie. Okay. She ran away and stayed in that desolate Bothely with absolutely no heat in the frigid cold winter. What the fuck are you talking about? Who's in the frigid cold winter? Somebody in Metalhead? Icelandic chicks? I don't know. Well, maybe I'm high. I don't know. Oh, okay. Oh, here they come. Man, when I watch this movie, like I said, this one and Better Off Dead is like I can remember being a kid in my living room watching it like this. And it's got so many the '80s elements that I love, and I know like the bad guys are always like a punk gang, like some kind of like rogue, like drifter, wanderer, bikers with a robotic face. You know what I mean? Like they're all in '80s, like it's always like a crazy '80s punk gang. He's got a chainmail hand. It's like when they would try to make somebody cool in the '80s. He had sunglasses and a Walkman on, listening to rock music or listening to music and not caring about the rest of the world, and wearing sunglasses made you cool. He was the cool guy. Oh, am I missing shit here? Yeah. Oh, those infused drinks. I have not, because I already dabble in many ways. I don't need to drink any infused ones, but I know they're quite popular. Uh, See, there you go, Professor. They are great. Echo, Echo. I'm drinking some Modelo's because of you. I don't think they're the same ones you were drinking. These ones are the Especial. Oh. Look at that big black dude passes out and falls down. Right, and he look at that guy. He looks like, okay, he's got a shotgun in his hand, but besides that, he looks like some middle aged. Like if I saw that guy when I was their age, I would have walked up and cracked that dude. Maybe not the other guy. He looks a little more scary, and Berryman looks scary as shit. So I wouldn't even want to touch that dude. But him, what is like, he's got a see through like mesh tank top, undershirt on, and his feathers and shit. I would be like, what? Cherry Coke THC infused drinks, huh? Oh shit. I I don't drink them, but I when I'm in there when I'm in the joint, I see people coming in and buying all kinds of beverage infused things. So why is Metal Face here have like a cougar sounding? Wow. He picks him up against one, goes wow. Your party. This is a good part, Stacy. If you're still here, that's it. How come two unpopular dicks like yous is having a party? And he was asking himself that very question. On your head. Well, he killed the Echo in that game, eh? With a beautiful woman without wearing your jeans. Yeah, there we go. Is getting kind of hectic. Oh shit! Now they're pissed. I love this movie, but if you really think about it, whoever wrote this movie must have been hella high on some '80s drugs. I think you're referring to. That's one of my favorite parts right there. When he walks up to the chick and says, "Why don't you shut up, bitch?" Um, John Hughes. I think it was John Hughes wrote this movie. Who wrote Weird Science? John Hughes, man. John Hughes. I can't believe I had to look that up. Sometimes when I speak too fast, I don't like to be wrong, so I like to double check. But doesn't mean, anyways, you still drinking that bottle you cracked open on the stream out of a skull? Oh, shit. And can you feel the anticipation? What's going to happen? Jack Daniels? He was drinking JD, but I don't think he's drinking that now. You can't see you. You just see the board or whatever. I am drinking a bottle of Holdmain Zinfandel at the moment. What? Okay. Salud, eh? Cheers. In Canada, everywhere they say cheers, but not a lot of people know that in Canada they have their own cheers, which is chimo. It's a native thing. Basically means cheers. Pointing that gun around, Gary. Put that gun down, man. Shit. Yeah. I was checking it out earlier. There ain't no squirt gun, son. Oh, okay. Oh, a Cabernet Sauvignon and a Pinot Noir, huh? Well, excuse me. I love wine, and all it has to be is red and dirty. I like it. Tastes like dirt. And I love wine. Oh god damn! I drink the shit. I don't drink it because I can drink too much of it, and then you know how wine hangovers are. Bottles, man, bottles. Ugh. Mm. And I get hungry too when I think about wine, because it goes the red wine, especially red wine, goes good with so many things to scoff on. Next thing you know, you can't get up and shit, bro. Cool. My wife has an Italian uncle that married into the family that used to make his own wine, who does no longer make his own wine, unfortunately for me. But he used to make some pretty strong shit, and he loved me because there's not a lot of people that can drink his wine. And I'd go over for supper and drink like 2-3 bottles of it, and he'd be like, But I be gassed, man. I'm like, ah. I love red wine, man. Shit. It's definitely a different kind of love, you know. It's a deep love, it's a real love. Yeah, having a hot chick that can rewrite reality does help. But it gave them the confidence they needed, Professor. And now they have, a foundation in which they can move forward with. That is a lot of wine. 500 gallons of wine. Fetch me more wine. Nice. Without sulfates and additives, cool. Yeah, I think I'm assuming his does too, because I wouldn't be able to drink 3 bottles of wine with sulfates and additives, because if I drink beer with that, no es bueno. Well, yeah, of course you want the hot genie chick, but it's only in the learning period that you have her. Once you've learned, she gone. She hightails it. Now everything rewinds. Yeah, so I'm saying, like, with the less additive preservatives, you have less of a hangover. I don't have. I didn't have as much access to his wine as I'd like to, so I'd end up drinking other wines that weren't as clean. And that's where most of my hangover memories come from. But he stopped making wine when I think him and his father used to make it, and his father stopped. So I think he stopped, and then so I only drank a bit of his wine, but it was very, very good. Yeah, he does. He used to do a lot. He used to make his own prosciutto too, and meat, and his own peppers and sausages and shit like that. And when I went over there, man, but I guess it was a family thing, and then and something happened. I guess the father got too old or whatever, and they couldn't they couldn't continue doing it. So only 2 times in your life? Wow, man, I've had so many hangovers. I started drinking beer at 15 years old, so and it wasn't the best beer. It wasn't the worst beer, but it wasn't the best beer. Cool, meat, eh? I had some friends that made beer for a while, but it was as you know, I guess it's pretty laborish. You got to do a lot of cleaning and a lot of sterilizing and a lot of stuff, and a lot of my friends are lazy, so they stopped doing it. But yeah, you got mead, you got wine, man. You got all kinds of shit. You're gonna be a rich man. You're gonna own a village or something like that, or what would they call that? You'd be gonna be a baron in a ville or whatever they call it at that time, because you got the wine. Yeah, but I drink a glass of water, Professor, is not going to save you from excessive drinking. Uh, you know, like excessive drinking. I possibly could have had food poison. I mean, alcohol poison, maybe a couple times in my life. You won't be a baron. Oh, you'll be a downtown drunkard with the knowledge. Well, you'll be a baron until you use up all your what you got, unless or someone will come and take it from you, and they'll be a baron, or you'll sell it to somebody maybe, And they can be a baron, and then you just got the cash. Man, that sounds a bit better. Then you hanging downtown to be drunk with the cash and be like, I know that motherfucker got his shit. I sold him his shit. Hmm. Hey, Matt, what's going on, Matt? Good to see you, buddy. I love weird science, buddy. One of my faves. And here's Chet. Are they dead? I need a beer again. Who drank my beer? Which one of you drank my beer? Well, that's good, Russ. You gotta do what you gotta do, buddy. But a lot of my hangovers too, when I was younger, came from drinking and dabbling with the devil's lettuce. At a young age, brain couldn't take it. Bottle tokes. You do 11, 12, 13 bottle tokes in a row, and then you're like, I got a migraine. Why you take the Porsche, Gary? You take the Ferrari. I had some hangovers, man. Goddamn. I've had headache, migraines that felt like my head was broken in half. I have to take like 2 Advil and 2 Tylenol at the same time. I could function again. Yeah, but that's only when that was when I was younger. Now, not now, but it's been a long time. That it doesn't happen anymore. Plus, I started drinking better beer. Don't drink Budweiser anymore or any shit like that. Drinking clean beer, which helps. And then you eventually get used to the smoking as you get older. So that worked itself out. Yeah, mostly drinking beer will give you headaches if you're drinking a dirty beer, man. I don't get headaches. I don't know. We're gonna find out about this. I'm not sure about Modelo, but I usually drink Sapporo, and Sapporo's got no additives. It's very clean and no preservatives. And I could drink 24 of those fuckers, and I wake up the next day. I might be slow and tired, never a headache. But if I do get a headache, it's because I'm puffing and shit. And a lot of times when I'm puffing and I got that much beer in me, I end up with a headache. I don't smoke cigarettes, so you know how you like to smoke when you're drinking. I have that kind of thing too, but I don't smoke cigarettes. So I smoke the devil's lettuce. I'll be rolling and puffing. I don't know if that's a thing, Foster's. I mean, obviously it was in Crocodile Dundee, but I mean that's the movies. The funny thing about Foster's, I back in my old neighborhood, I knew some people that used to they used to boost like trailers of stuff, and they came across one time a bunch of beer, and my neighborhood was like flooded with cheap beer for a while, and it was big cans of Foster's. It was big cans, man, like huge cans. It was Foster's and two other kinds I can't remember at the moment. But I remember at one point I had like boxes of Foster's underneath my bed at home. So much we had so much beer, and I used to go to my cousin's place and drink on the weekends. And he had so much beer in his basement, we drank the whole summer. And I'm talking like a house full of people for free for the whole summer. That's how much beer we had, and it was Foster's and two other. I can't remember the other. I think it was Canadian, one mostly Canadian and something else, but terrible beer, eh? Well, we drank it. We were young. I don't remember how it tastes. I was like my late teens, early 20s. So we export that shit for a reason. Big Lar, you're a Newcastle guy. I have a good friend who's a Newcastle guy, and Newcastle's terrible for you, buddy. You look that shit up, man. The color, the stuff they put in to make it fucking caramel like that is like don't even have names. It is named by numbers. No, Bud sucks. Coors sucks. Miller, I drink Miller Genuine Draft MGD is pretty good, man, and that's a clean beer too. I don't know about the rest of Miller's products, but the MGD is pretty good. Guinness, ugh, Guinness is terrible, man. I'm sorry, it's not that. I don't consider that beer. Guinness is like molasses that they pour in a glass and try to make people think this is a beverage. A what? No, thank you. And I've had one. Not for me. You like Guinness too? I mean, to each their own. Everybody likes what they like, but I don't. I've tried, man. I've. It's got that like I don't know. It's like people like black licorice, right? I cannot stand black licorice, and that kind of. I'm not saying it tastes like black licorice. I'm just saying it's got that feel to me, like that kind of like direction of flavor. And I also find that it's also got that kind of appeal to people. Not everybody likes black licorice. Every now and then you find somebody who does. And I don't really know many people who like Guinness, but I just found out two people do. And apparently you're supposed to drink that shit warm. And oh, you're obsessed with black licorice, are you, Grog? I cannot stand that shit, man. Like Zambuca and anything black licorice. Oh my god, I can puke on my balls right now just thinking about it. I'm gonna get another beer there. Don't touch my shit. Yeah, Guinness warm. That's what every bar. There's many Irish pubs in Montreal, unfortunately, and they all pour Guinness on a like a some kind, not as cold as rest of beer. Put it that way. Sambuca is wonderful. Oh my god, grog. I drink Guinness with a raw egg when I saw Keith Moon in the Rock Opera. Ugh. Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know if every place does it that way, but as far as I know, it's better to be served on like a. I don't know if it's like room temperature, but it's not supposed to be cold like regular beer. No, maybe I'm wrong. Who know? What the fuck do I know? I know when I tried it, it was not cold. At Hurley's Pub, downtown Montreal, very popular. Blah. Just like that. I'd rather kiss Chet than drink one of those. I'd rather drink a Pabst Blue Ribbon. Oh, Pabst Blue Ribbon. God damn. I wouldn't throw a can of Pabst Blue Ribbon at an enemy. That's the first bottle of booze you bought legally the day you turned 21 in Zambuca, eh? You're gonna write "I love con" and black licorice on my rental sign? That's nice, Professor. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what Google says. You know what I'm saying? Google, is fucking Guinness supposed to be served cold or what? Okay. It says yes. Well, some traditionalists prefer older cellar temperature stout. Hmm. Yeah, well, it's not super cold though, but it says it should be served cold, typically between 3 degrees and 8 degrees Celsius. I don't know. Whatever. Either way, it's blah. Gross. I'll drink some Scottish beer. Like I had a what was it? It poured like a Guinness. It was a tan color. It was like a blonde. Not a. I don't want to say blonde. It was like a tan color. It wasn't dark like a Guinness and had a nice creamy top. I think it was called Caledonian or something like that. And that shit was good. I had that, and the dude had a Guinness. And before he sipped his Guinness, I took a sip of it, and it was like I wanted to puke on my own balls. On my own balls, man. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Beers are served better warm. I thought that was one of them. I guess I'm wrong. I have friends that like to drink warm beer too. To go to a party and sit on their beer case, like and just drink it room temperature like that. And that it makes me want to throw up. I got to drink my shit out the freezer, man. I like my beer. My beer is in the freezer. When I go get a beer, it's because out there because it's in the freezer. Winter Troll, huh? That sounds good. That's a lovely name. Well, I didn't do shit this weekend. Just hung around the house. No way. It has a Winter Troll. Well, that's a gym teacher. There you go. Can you imagine having a phys ed teacher like that? Mm-hmm. Skeeter P. Wow. She's alive. Well, that's the end of that shit, eh? Can't believe I invited people to come hang out and no one showed up, eh? Believe that shit? God damn. Holy shit. Yes, all my teachers were very not nice to look at. And except for one, I think one time I had a French teacher named Miss Shalala. And I'm not joking. Her name was Miss Shalala. She was blonde. And I know that she used to flirt with I went to school with a lot of Italian dudes, Italian kids, and she used to flirt with a lot of Italian dudes because they were like hairy and seemed more mature, had beards and shit in high school. She used to flirt with those. I don't know if she got nasty with them or not, but Miss Shalala. But my point is, yeah, they were all boo. And then I fast forward to my kids' teachers, and I'm like, yeah, this is not fair. Oh, you're camera shy, eh, Echo? Mr. Garrison. uh, I no, not me, man. Zero teachers that I could even want to remember or say or shout out, or except for Miss Shalala. But even her, she looked like I remember her reminding me of my grandmother because kind of the way she moved a little bit. But she wasn't. She didn't seem like an attractive woman to me. But I guess I was like in a younger. I was when I was first starting high school, so maybe in the older grades, you know what I'm saying. But for me, I was like, she was weird too. I mean, weird, man. She used to let her like a tarantula. She brought her pet tarantula and let it walk around the classroom and shit. It's French class, man. What the fuck? No, no, man, not from Chalala. I got my blonde kink from Elizabeth Shue. You can't say cunt in Canada. Hmm. I say what I want. Well, I guess I don't know. Maybe I should wrap her up. I'll let that rewind by itself. Fuck it. Yeah, I wouldn't mind meeting Elizabeth Shue, man. Oh yeah, man. You're gonna meet her as well, huh? Keep your hands to yourself, eh, buddy? Hmm. Yeah, man. I'm a Karate Kid. That. Mm-hmm. You had two tarantulas when you was a kid. I don't mind like I had a snake. I had a lizard and a snake when I was young and shit like that. Growing up, I had a cousin who had a spider. Personally, myself, I wouldn't keep a spider, but as long as you love the thing, that's fine. But she used to bring it to the class and let her walk around on the floor. And you can't do that kind of shit today. But back then, people did what they wanted, right? I remember thinking that thing comes near me, I'm gonna kick it. Scary Sherry and cousin It. You hope to meet her too, eh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of spiders, as for myself. You know what I mean? Like, but I wouldn't have a snake anymore either. When I was younger, I was a little bit. I didn't like having to feed it and everything, and I was like feeding it live mice, and then I tried to switch it over to feeding it like dead mice and buying like pre-dead mice and things like this, and I was like, this is a bit. And then I had kids, and my daughter was not. She was small, and she was kind of scared of it, and I was like, yeah, I guess I'll. And I had a cousin who was willing to take him, and I passed him on to my cousin, and he lived with my cousin until he died. Years, and he was like huge. Well, you're definitely afraid of spiders, but tarantulas don't bug you. Man, those big hairy bastards. Ugh. Like I'm not like scared of spiders other like in any kind of like certain predominant way. I just don't like insects in general. If I had to pick one up, I'd pick one up and throw it across the room or whatever, you know. Yeah, it's hard, but I didn't really realize it, you know, once I got into it. I was young, and then once I got into it, I was like, I don't want to do this no more, and I passed him on, and he had a good life, lived a long life, and yeah, so I'll never do that again. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. At that time, I knew a guy who had like a couple of. He worked at the pet store, and he had a couple of like pythons that were like 12 feet and 14 feet or something like that. He had like an albino Burmese python or something. And he's feeding it all kinds of like telling me the things he's feeding it, and I'm like, I couldn't do that, you know. And at that time, I was just feeding it like little what they call pinkies, like little dead mice when they're pink before they grow hair and stuff. I'd have to heat it up in water and feed it to the snake, and he didn't even want to eat it half the time. You love watching live feeding videos. Yeah, I don't like killing things either, buddy. Yeah, it was swallowed whole. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And when this guy was feeding it, like I don't even want to say what he was feeding this snake because it was big, man, and he had to feed it things that filled it right. And I was like, I can't do that, man. There's no fucking way I can do that shit. uh, yeah, same here, man. I don't. I was in my early 20s then, and I would never do that again. I never did it again. I ended up with a dog and a goddamn cat, two cats, and they slowly died off. But even those things were not acquired by me. I didn't want a dog again. I had a dog when I was in my teens, and I had to put him down. And I didn't want to have an animal for myself ever again. But then I had kids who wanted animals, and blah blah blah. Get into all that shit. Well, I don't know. I guess I'll wrap her up since there's no more weird science going around. 18 cats here. Holy shit. Bugs bug me and reptiles give me creepy crawlers. I don't mind reptiles. Bugs, but I don't like bugs, man. They just because they bug. That's exactly they bug the shit out of me. I don't like bugs. Just keep bugs away from me. They're small and they creep around. You don't see them. I don't like bugs. Reptiles, bah. Live rabbit feeding. Eh? No, well, I mean, if you're on top of it and taking care of it, I mean, like, I don't care about the number. I'm not like shocked that like you own 18 cats. I'd love if I had room for animals, have as many as you can. If you can take care of them, have as many as you want. But that's a lot of cats. That's all I'm saying. I have one cat, man, and he bugs me all day long. If I had 18 of him, oh my god, I would commit suicide. I think I wouldn't be able to take it. My cat, man, is like, oh, he's so needy, man. He meows at me all day long. It's like a child. Oof, that's a lot of 18 cats. God damn. I just can't. I got like PTSD. I think now when it comes to owning animals because my dog had a lot of problems. When you love something and seeing something, you know, and oh man, it's just like costs a lot of money, but the money is not the part I'm talking about. I'm talking about like seeing and seeing, witnessing, and then anticipating other things happening to your animal, and it's like super stressful. And I had my dog for what 14 years, 15 years, and man, it was stressful. So yeah, I don't want, and now they left me with just my cat. And it seemed like he stepped up and jumped into the dog's place, and now he like meows at me all day long, trying to tell me what to do and shit. Well, that's what I'm saying, man. Listen, if I came across 18 cats, or if I had 18 cats that I was planning to do something else with, and it didn't happen, and I had nowhere else, and nobody good to give them to, I would end up keeping 18 cats myself. That's why I don't put myself into situations around animals, because if someone tries to pawn off, if I get caught up right now, as bad as I do not want ever have an animal again in my life, if somebody was to trick me and like stick me in a situation with a rescue animal who needs help, I'd be screwed, and I don't want that to happen. I would James Bond my way out of that shit. If somebody tried to do that to me, I would like crawl out the window or jump the fence, or I would as soon as I realize what's happening, I'm getting the hell out of there, because I'm not taking another animal. I can't take the heartache no more. I'm not crying. I'm not. No. My dog. I had to call a vet to the house and put my dog down like a couple of days before Christmas Eve, before Christmas, and I'm never doing that again. Yeah. Russer, take it easy, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's exactly my point, man. That's exactly my point. 18 things you can't, make perfect. 18 blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's exactly as that. That's right. And I don't even want to do one hurt anymore. So I'm done with that. I had 2 dogs with the same name. One when I was 16, and one when I was now, and I had like traumatizing outcomes with it, both of them. So that'll be the end of that. And now I'm left with one cat, and he better keep his ass healthy for a long time, because I'm not looking forward to that. Can't miss what you never had. That's true. That's true. But you don't realize that before it's too late, unfortunately. So yeah. Anyways, I'm probably gonna shut her down. I know when one of my cat passes. Yeah. Yes, it will be. Yeah. I'm gonna. What a color, eh? The light's going crazy. I'm going to shut her down. Thanks everybody coming hanging out. Take care, Professor. Thanks for everybody hanging out and watching Weird Science, and enjoy your Monday. Thanks for coming and hanging out, Grogman. Good talking to you. And stay tuned, and I'll see you on Friday for Friday Night Tape Talk with Robin the Captain. Bye, everyone. Tapeoids? Tapeoids? Tapeoids?